This is a warning. The Grim Reaper of radio, Bob Romanik, with his off-the-record show is about to air. He's probably the nastiest and craziest son of a bitch that you've ever had the misfortune to encounter. The Grim Reaper show will be very controversial and probably quite tasteless. If you are even slightly offended by controversial matter concerning religion, racial matters, politics, or life's problems, you are hereby warned to turn this program off immediately. The Grim Reaper show will be, like his face, very scary and very ugly. At this time, not proudly, but shamefully presents to you Bob Romanik, the craziest son of a bitch on the radio today.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane Broadcasting, America's by-state voice of freedom. Radical Radio, and we are, as always, very, very proud to be the Patriot. Good Tuesday morning, everybody. I hope everyone had a safe and prosperous and enjoyable Labor Day weekend. You know, Labor Day. We never think about our labors. You know, I'm running on the Republican ticket. Can't believe the support we've gotten from the laborers. They know what I'm about. They know what the good people of St. Clair County are about. And what a great day for the laborers. And we want to salute every labor organization, every union. You know, some people don't belong to unions, and I guess that's their right. That's their right, because this is America. But I got to tell you, those union workers are one proud son of bitches. They work hard, never get any accolades. They're the one that put the bridges up. They're the one that put the roads up. Never get a street, never get a bridge, never get a building named after them. The bricklayers, the hod carriers, the carpenters, the electricians. And let's don't forget, before these guys get up and go to work and work their asses off all day, they got to have breakfast. And guess who provides breakfast? Our farmers. So see, people, it's not just the big shots. It's not the people you read about in the paper every day. It's not the politicians. It's not the son of a bitches who sit up there in St. Clair County, sit up there in Springfield, Illinois, sit up there in all the state capitals, and sit up there in Washington, D.C. that never sweated a bit. They're up there in their suits and ties, in the air conditioning in the summer, and in the nice heated offices in the winter that, by the way, we the hardworking taxpayers pay for every year. I hope you guys are getting the message that I'm sending. It's time to stop this, people. In November the 8th of 2016, we can stop it. We can stop it. It's time to make a change. And I tell you, good people, when you make that change, and I think we're all smart enough, Democrats, Republicans, men, women, black and white, not going to vote party lines anymore. Party lines are a thing of the past. They're going to vote the person, not the party. And I think every intelligent person would understand that. And I think every intelligent person will do that. They're not going to vote for some asswipe, no good son of a bitch just because he's a Democrat or just because he's a Republican. There's enough corruption and crap going on both sides of the aisle. And I know my Republican friends, Romanik, you shouldn't say that. You're going to piss off? No, I'm not going to piss off the rank and file Republicans. You've heard me 1,000 times. I'm going to piss off the Republican elitist, the 2 or 3% that run the Republican organization, just like Sprague and Kern and those bastards in Belleville who run the Democratic organizations. The true proud Democrats, the true proud Republicans, they never benefit from politics. Think about it, people, while you're drinking your coffee. You never benefit from politics, but the political leaders do. That's why they want you to be part of their organization. You don't think about it. when a politician says, you got to be a straight Democrat, you got to be a straight Republican. That's the biggest insult. They might as well get a ball bat and crack you upside the head. That's them telling you that you're not smart enough. You're not smart enough to make your own decision. Oh, he's a Democrat. Okay, my mom and dad was a Democrat, so I'm voting for him because he's a Democrat. No, that doesn't happen anymore on both sides of the aisle. I think it's 65, 70% of the people identify as independents. And that's what we all should be, people. We could have some Democratic leanings. We can believe a little bit more in the Democratic philosophy. Maybe we believe in a little bit more the Republican philosophy. But why should anybody have to, other than the politicians, why should anybody have to label themselves or identify themselves as a Democrat or as a Republican? We all should be independent people. Now, the ones that have the high-paying jobs, they're going to vote straight, whatever, Democrat, Republican. But the vast majority of us people, we work hard for a living. All we want our politicians to do is to do right by us, Democrats and Republicans. Again, there's enough blame to go around. I've pissed off the Democrats. I've pissed off the Republicans. I've pissed off the Democratic and the Republican organization. I don't think I've pissed off the Democratic and the Republican people. I think they understand me because, see, I am you and you are me. We're not separated. We're united. We're united, people. We're united because our love for this great country. We're united because our hatred for what these politicians, these asswipe bastards, these political scum on both sides of the aisle, what they've done to our communities, to our state, to our country, how they've hurt our families. Tax, 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 nothing but tax, or more tax every day. You're getting taxed more and more sales tax, more this tax. But now it's not a tax, it's a fee. And I ask you people, and as you know, I go off on tangents, and here's another tangent I'm going to go off on. If I'm elected, if I'm lucky enough to serve the good people of the 114th Legislative District, I'm going to ask where all our tax dollars are going that are supposed to repair the roads and the streets and the bridges. Why every year, every car we have that we've already paid for, paid our taxes to buy that car, every year we're taxed to drive that car on the street that we're already paying our taxes to fix the streets. But they'll say, no, that registration fee, $135, it takes about 3 cents, people, to print out that little sticker they put on your license. You've heard me in the past. Used to be at least you'd get a new license plate every year. Cost a couple dollars. $135 times how many million cars are driving the streets? That's not a fee. That's another tax. So see, we never own that car. Because if we don't pay that $135, $145, $150 license fee, we're never going to be able to drive, because then you'll get a ticket. And it'll cost you $150. So, see, you can't win, people. We cannot win with these bastard politicians. But I say, pay the first $135. That's for the license plate. But after that, why every year do we have to spend all that money when that money could be put on the table for food for families, for bills for families? Why do we have to give it back to the state? Well, you know as well as I do. So they can get reelected. And the roundabout way to get reelected is to give everybody jobs, everybody in their little political circle jobs, both Democrats and Republicans. And we suffer. The 95% of the decent people in this country suffer. And we let the 5% make us suffer. When are we going to wise up, people? When are we going to let them know? Well, wait a minute. November the 8th, 2016. That's a great time to start, to let them know we're not playing party politics anymore. We don't give a damn about Democrats. We don't give a damn about the Republican label. We give a damn about us, the people. But you notice they got to divide us. You're either a Democrat or a Republican. Well, if you're an independent, you're a no good son of a bitch. Because you ain't right if you're an independent. You can't think for yourself. People, are you nuts? They make that a bad sign. Oh, he's an independent. What's wrong with him? No, what's right with him? The independents have finally understood that party politics are no good for anybody other than the party politicians. It's not good for black people. It's not good for white people. It's not good for men or women. And it's definitely not good for our children, for future generations. But people, you got to sit back and think about that. And I want to say, we were in Millstadt this weekend. Their Millstadt parade and homecoming. What a great, great reception. And I'm seriously, people, I want to reflect here for a minute. I'm probably the only political candidate who is a winner. I've already won, people. I've won even before the election. Let me tell you, I'll predict that I'm a winner before the election. And you know why I'm a winner? Not because I may get more votes than my opponent election day. I've been out on the campaign trail quite some time now, and all the great people I've met and become friends with and came in contact with, I'm a winner. I'm a winner. Don't have to win this election to prove who I am, what I am. I am a winner. I've declared myself a winner, people. Do you hear me? Not the winner of the state representative race. That's yet to come. That's on November the 8th. But I'm a winner because I've made a lot of friends. People understand me. They understand where I'm going. How humbling to know that people will like and accept me and you, like and accept us for who we are. Who we are, not what mistakes we've made in the past. Not what mistakes we've made. People accept us for who we are. We get past those mistakes. We've all made mistakes throughout our lives. But I will tell you once again, I am a flawed person. I'm a flawed candidate. I'm far from being perfect, people. Very, very far from being perfect. I've made many mistakes in my life. Some I wish I hadn't made, and some I wish I'd have made bigger. I've made many mistakes in my past. And I'm sure that I'll make many, many, many more mistakes throughout whatever life I have left. But I will promise everyone, I will not, and you've heard me before, I will not make the biggest mistake that you can ever make in your life. And that mistake is to do nothing but sit back and let these political idiots destroy this great country. It will not happen on my watch, people. Do you hear me? And that is probably the only thing that I can promise you and live up to my promise. I can't promise you like the rest of these guys, I'm going to lower your taxes. I'm going to fight like hell to do that. I can't promise you that I'm going to make the streets safer, but I'm going to fight like hell to try to change it. But I can promise you that if I go to Springfield, I will promise you Springfield will never, ever, ever be the same. If the good people in the 114th Legislative District send me to Springfield, I'm telling you, people, it will never be the same. And I'm not going to represent the Republicans, and I'm on the Republican ballot, but I'm proud to say I'm an independent. I'm going to represent the Democrats. I'm going to represent the men and women, black and white. And you've got my word. If you come up to me and say, Romanik, you're no good son of a bitch, and I didn't vote for you, but I've got a problem in my district as a taxpayer, that problem will be addressed. Now, it may not be solved because I can't promise you I'm going to solve all the problems. But the one problem I will solve the problem of them ass white bastards, both Democrats and Republicans, sitting up there in Springfield. It's going to be a tornado every day because I want something for the people down south in southern Illinois. I don't want them to be forgot about. My opponent gets elected. LaToya Greenwood, the council member out of East St. Louis. If she gets elected, she's going to go up there and bobblehead for Madigan. Now, if I get elected, I'm not bobbleheaded for Madigan. And no, I'm not going to bobblehead for Rauner either, people. I'm not going to bobblehead for anybody. But you know who I'm going to listen to? You know who I'm going to respect? You know whose lead I'm going to follow? Your lead, people, the people in the 114th Legislative District. I don't give a damn about being one of the good old boys. I'm not going to take a salary, any benefits. I don't give a damn. I'm going to spend my own money up there. But I want to fight the fight, people. We all need to fight the fight. And come November the 8th, 2016, it needs to happen. But anyway, what a great time in Millstadt. What a great, great time. And we want to thank everybody in Millstadt. What a great reception. A guy yelled at me, "Hey, Romanik, you crazy son of a bitch." And to me, that's a sign of endearment. He had a little girl's dress. He said, "I tried to give this to Kern, but his face got red and he turned away." That's the reception these Democrats are getting all throughout St. Clair County.
Where's the dress? Where's the dress? Tell me where's the dress? Where's the dress?
Now, Mo, let's get on down to the store and get some lipstick and some rouge.
Where's the dress? Hey, Joe, why don't we do this thing up right and get some of them ostrich balloons?
You know,
where's the dress?
I was wondering if they made a pink pump in a size 12, Mo.
Where's the dress?
Yeah, Kern, you wouldn't take the dress. I guess you've got your own wardrobe full of dresses, you little no-count, good-for-nothing son of a bitch. And here, I finally got this for my people. Some ladies say, well, you shouldn't call ladies a bitch. When I say bitch, that could be a man or woman. That's somebody that bitches. Here, bitch is commonly used slang word when you throw it at a woman or a man, as of course the original terminology is still meant for a female dog, but it's for a woman. Many males call each other bitch, too, implying that the other guy is a weakling, a no-good son of a bitch. Another common use is bitching to or bitching and moaning, meaning to complain about something. When I use that word bitch, it's not a gender thing. I love women, unlike Kern. And I think Kern's an equal opportunity lover. I think he loves men just as much, and I mean that in a biblical sense, if you know what I mean, and I think you do. But that's from the Webster's vocabulary. So don't people, when I say that, they want to flip the script. When I talk about a racial situation, then I'm a racist. No, I'm not. I've got a lot of proud black friends. And if there's a problem, and you've heard me a million times, like cancer, you can't let it go. You can't ignore it. You got to address it. And me as a white man, I'll address it. And I think that's good for everybody. You have to address a situation. You have to work on a problem to fix a problem. Also, I want to thank all the union guys, the hardworking union guys, and we saluted them on Labor Day, who said that they were going to fight. You hear me, people? They were going to fight to get us in the parade. You know, they wouldn't let us in the St. Patrick's Day parade, and you know how many proud Irish people were disrespected by the few Irish people that didn't want to give us our right to participate. But the vast majority of the proud Irish, they were pissed at these guys. And I've talked to so many union men, can't mention their names or the unions because they'll get in trouble, but they said they'd fight to get us in the Belleville Labor Day parade. But these are decent guys, and I didn't want to get any of those crossed with the St. Clair County Democratic political corrupt organization because these guys have to feed their families. They have to feed their families. And they've told me, they listen to me. They listen to what I say. And I tell you people, listen to what I say. Don't believe me, research it. And after you research it, you'll find out I'm pretty intelligent. And no, I'm not. I just research it before I talk. But when I tell you something, it is truthful. And here's Sprague and Kern and everybody in the union parade. Ask yourself, people, all the hardworking union guys that got fired in Cahokia, they were union members. Curtis McCall Jr. fired them, and in a court deposition, it said at the alleged advice, we'll say at this time, the alleged advice of their city attorney. Their city attorney is, Bob, I'd rather piss in my pants than piss in the urinal. Sprague. He told them to fire. Allegedly told them to fire those hard union workers. Now, this is the same Bob Sprague that wants union support all throughout St. Clair County. And you hardworking union guys, do you understand what I'm telling you? Sprague he didn't advise the city of Cahokia not to fire those hardworking union people. Those are your brothers. Those are your sisters. But in a court deposition, it was stated that the fired union workers were fired on the alleged advice of the city attorney. Bob, I'd rather piss in my pants than piss in a urinal. Sprague. Do you think He gives a damn. Do you think he respects union people? Why should you proud union workers respect him? I'm asking you. And you know it's cost over $1 million in back pay? Now, Curtis McCall has hired a bunch of other people, non-union, of course. Now they have to pay the back pay for the union workers. Everybody in Cahokia. I personally, this is my personal belief, that Sprague should be fired and be sued for malpractice. He knew what he was doing. He didn't try to protect the laborers. He tried to hurt the laborers. And he wants the union support, but they never, ever return the same respect that the proud union members give the St. Clair County democratic culture of corruption. Oh, and by the way, don't forget the Walmart cards that Kern and Sprague and all of them passed out on that gun buyback, which did no good because, as you know, it was a political ploy to get a photo op in the paper. A criminal's not going to give up a $500 gun for $100. Those were old guns that were never going to get put on the street anyway, but they thought they were slick. It was going to make the paper because it's election time. But union guys, they give gift certificates with your money, part of your taxpayers' money, your hard-earned taxpayers' money, to Walmart, the non-union shop. So they've disrespected you. They've disrespected you and sent your money to a non-union shop. What do you think about that? Also, what about no union shop at the St. Clair County Courthouse? Again, you hardworking union people, remember these bastards. Remember these democratic culture of corruption on November the 8th, 2016. There's no union shop at the courthouse, but they want your support. But they can't have unions because they want to hire and fire when they want to. They want to control the vote. That's the only way they get elected is by giving all these jobs out. And people we're paying, the hardworking taxpayers are paying for all these jobs. That Cahokia mess, union guys, think about that. Think about Rick Stone. Got all the support from the unions, built his house in Smithton. Great town. Don't say anything bad about Smithton. Bunch of great people, except for Rick. And he's a nice guy, just politically he's not. He has non-union guys working on his house he was building. Now, how disrespectful is that? And that goes on and on and on, people. It goes on and on and on. We've got some callers. Let's go ahead. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Hello, Bob Romanik.
Hello.
And I want to talk to you about some signage issues, but while you're on the union thing, another thing that people in St. Clair County need to, the workers at the courthouse need to think about, and this is how Bob Sprague and I used to butt heads, because I'd wait until we had an audience, usually around the elevator bank at the courthouse, and I'd walk up to him and I'd say real loud, "Hey, Mr. Sprague, how is it that I've been a Democrat all my life, and I've never gotten 100 tickets every election year that I had to sell known as lugs?
Yeah.
Yet, every employee up here, they don't support them, they won't let them join a union. Every employee up here gets those tickets, and if they don't sell them, they're almost required to buy them or they fall out of favor. Who's giving you their names and addresses? Could it be Mark Kern? Could it be...
You know,
oh, boy, you talk about Bob Sprague turning 50 shades of red and starting to foam at the mouth.
Hey, anyway, I want to know,
yeah,
can we build that? Can we build that as two nice ladies fighting each other, you and Bob Sprague? Because that'd be a heck of a match for two ladies, if you know what I mean. And I think you do.
Yes, I do know what you mean. And I've surreptitiously been taking those people get up to the Freedom Coalition headquarters. It's a blast. You've got to look at the stuff that Bob and the Freedom Coalition Party have printed. It's hilarious. These are keepsakes. I'm going to have mine laminated, and I'm keeping them for forever. This is how politics should be done. And I've been taking them and putting them up at places at the entrance of large stores with the guys in diapers. They're hilarious. People got to see these.
Hey, honey, you can get those on our website, on the Freedom Coalition, and also Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper. I've got all those X-rated cartoons. But what are we talking about political signs, honey?
Here's what I wanted to know about the signs. Everywhere we go, Monroe County and St. Clair County, it's all Freedom Coalition signage. And there's a lot of it. And that's exciting to me. And then I thought, wait a minute, and I should know the answer to this, but there's never been a quote-unquote reputable third-party challenge that actually stands a chance in St. Clair County. It's always been the Democrats and the Republicans running the show, and they kind of work together in lockstep. One will put their signs up, and then the rest will start. How come you guys are the only ones with signs up? Are they just waiting? Is this common for them to wait this late in the game? Did you get a jump on it, or are we really that popular?
No, here's the situation, honey. I don't know if we're that popular, but I think we're the lesser of two evils. These guys, these Democrats before, they've never had to get out. In the last 40 years, the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition has done everything but waking up the dead. These Democrats, they don't know what to do. They don't know how to fight us because it's not a political organization. It's a patriotic movement. People are getting involved. They're getting excited because it's time to blow this house down, this Democratic house down. They've been there too long. I think it's a movement, honey, just like Trump. He was 10 points behind, 20 points behind, but now he's broke even. I think the people, they understand the message now like me. The message may not come across in the best verbiage, but they understand the message, and I think it's the same with Trump. And I think this movement is a patriotic movement. It's not a political movement, honey.
Let me say one thing about your verbiage. You're speaking the people's language, both of you, and there's nothing wrong with that. We're sick of these slick, silver-tongued devils. We're sick of them. They're all liars. And can I say one more thing?
Go right ahead.
This might make a lot of people mad, but when did I ever care about that? God bless the president of the Philippines. Amen.
Yeah, you know what? Don't get me going on that one. But I got to go. I got to go there. I got to go there for a minute. And I don't talk national politics, but he give President Obama all kind of crap, rightfully so, I kind of think. And I love this country, and I respect the President of the United States. I don't give a damn if he was a Democrat, don't give a damn if he was a Republican, don't give a damn if he's a man or woman, black or white, and I mean that. But I'll be damned when he gets on TV and doesn't chastise this Colin Kaepernick, this no-good ass-wipe, low-life, bottom-feeding son of a bitch from the San Francisco 49ers that refuses to stand for the national anthem. And Barack Obama, I don't know if I'm for him or against him, but I would have cheered him until the day I died if he'd have sit there on national television. Of course, it wouldn't be politically correct, of course, if he'd have sit there and said, he does have every right, and this man does have every right to disrespect our flag, because that's what we do in this great country. We have the freedom. We have the freedom that the flag stands for to fight against, but that's okay. And he should have said this man has every right, and Bob Romanik would say, he has every right, and I would defend his right not to stand. I would defend his right to do what he wants to do because this is a free country. That's what that flag stands for. I would not disrespect our proud militaries that died to give us the right. I would not disrespect this flag and what it stands for. But after I said that, I'd say, but me personally, what a low-life, good-for-nothing, rotten son of a bitchin', cockroach-sucking, low-life, bottom-feeding bastard asswipe. You are, Colin Kaepernick, because you partake in all the good. You partake in everything that our brave military heroes fought and died for. You partake in everything this country represents. You've got millions of dollars. You got a $126 million contract, $61 million guaranteed. Can't do that in Iraq. Can't do that in Iran. Can't do that in Afghanistan. Can't do that in Russia. But Colin Kaepernick, you can do that in this great United States. And you want to talk about the police? The police isn't your problem. Respect and integrity, two things you know nothing about, sir. That's the problem. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM. Simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting. Your guardian. You hear me, people? You hear me, Kaepernick? Your guardian of the First Amendment. America's bi-state voice of freedom. Radical Radio. And we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, Radical Radio, and we are, as always, very, very proud to be the Patriot. Let's take care of some of our community service. First, I want to wish Jerry Rosh a happy 71st birthday. His lovely bride Nancy said they were celebrating the day, so we want to thank Jerry and Nancy for your friendship and for 71 good years, Jerry. You're a great guy. You're a community person. You give back to the community. I hope you have another 71 years. But also it was said that their friend, Roger Hawkup, was a retired fireman from Albers, Illinois. Said at his wake Sunday, the entire force of volunteer firefighters from Albers came to give their last respects to one of their fallen comrades. All were dressed in their first-class fireman uniforms with the American flag worn proudly on their shoulder. It was very impressive. And Jerry and all of us, we want to salute the brave first responders of Albers and all over this great country for the danger they put themselves in for our safety. So Jerry and Nancy, thank you very much, Jerry and Nancy Rosh, and happy 71st birthday to you. In Millstadt, met some great people, and I want to say a special hi to Jim and Steve Kanizik. They own K&D Motors Incorporated in Millstadt, been there a long time, and what a great community. You guys and everybody in Millstadt, you made my day. You made this low-life, no-good son of a bitch's day, and I want to thank you. I want to thank you all very, very much. Help soldiers make a wish mid-Atlantic. They're having a chicken and beer dance, the Fall Bash fundraiser. There's a vet that has a life-threatening disease, and they're trying to get money together to provide a computer system in his house, enabling him to bring the outside world into his room. Going to be a great cause, and we'll be out there. Come join the fun, only $20 admissions per person. Going to be a DJ 50-50 drawing. It's going to be held at the VFW Post 805, located at 221 South 1st Street in the great town of O'Fallon, Illinois. It'll be held September the 24th. Doors open at 6:30. Food starts at 7:30. If you guys can make it, please go by. It's a great cause. Any cause that helps a veteran is a great cause, and we want to thank Linda Woodall for that information. And Linda, if you would, give us a telephone number, call us back, and we can put that out. The class of 1956 and 1957 will be holding their 60th reunion from Holy Family Grade School in South St. Louis at Petro's Restaurant on Watson Road on Thursday, September the 8th. That's day after tomorrow. Any questions, you can call John Viederman at 314-496-5483. That's a class of 56, 57 for Holy Family Grade School in South St. Louis. The Belleville Gear Jammers having their car show and cruise coming up Sunday, September the 11th. The show starts at 9. The cruise will start at 4. It's a special 9/11 Memorial Tribute event. It'll be held at Crehan's Irish Pub and Banquet Center, located at 5500 North Belt West in Belleville, Illinois. If you guys can make it out, it's a great cause. Pitcher Sports Bar. They're having a charity night to benefit the Mid-America Horse Rescue. The great people, they take care of those poor horses, and we want to salute them too. That'll be coming up Tuesday, September the 20th from 11 a.m. to close. Some of the proceeds will benefit the Mid-America Horse Rescue. So if you guys can make it down there, please do. It's at Pitcher's Sports Pub, a great place right next to the courthouse in Belleville, Illinois. Drive One for Your School fundraiser. The good people at Mertz Ford in Millstadt, they're going to give $20 to the Millstadt Consolidated School Athletic Department for each person that drives a test drive. They will give the school $20. So everybody get out there, not only test drive a car, buy a car from the good people at Mertz Ford in Millstadt. If you have any questions or concerns, you can call Connor at 618-476-1681. Caseyville, Illinois, the St. Stephen's Catholic Church, their fall festival coming up September the 9th and 10th. Always have a great time. They're located at 901 South Main Street. Route 157 in Caseyville. If you can make it by, please do. The New Memphis Station having their Customer Appreciation Hog Roast this Saturday, September the 10th, starting at 2 p.m. Radio station will be out there. It says live music, bring a chair. Always a great time out at New Memphis Station. The Edwardsville American Legion having their Bluegrass Festival from 1 to 6 p.m. A lot of great bluegrass music. Tickets are $5, and all proceeds go to help the Post support. For any information, you can contact 656-9774. Don't forget, you can pick me up on iTunes. Type in Bob Romanik and or the Grim Reaper Radio. Go to our streaming site, insanebroadcasting.com. One word, common spelling, for the best of all three of our stations. You can listen to my repeat performance every day at 4 o'clock p.m. Monday through Friday, and now broadcasting from the graveyard to the graveyard shift every night at the stroke of midnight. You can like us on Facebook at KQQZ 1190 AM or KZQZ 1430 AM. Go to my personal Facebook page, Fans of the Grim Reaper, for all the X-rated cartoons. It's going to be a little nasty, so I'm giving you a disclaimer. It ain't pretty. It's like my face. It's scary and it's ugly, but it is funny, like my face. Also, you can go to Bob Romanik for state representative, and never forget the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition on Facebook. On this date, September the 6th, 1620, the Pilgrims set sail for Plymouth, England, on the Mayflower to settle this great new world. On this date, September the 6th, 1716, the first lighthouse in the United States was built in Boston. On this date, September the 6th, 1839, the Cherokee Nation was established. On this date, September the 6th, 1873, regular cable car service began on Clay Street in San Francisco. On this date, September the 6th, 1901, President William McKinley was shot twice in the stomach at the Pan American Exposition in Buffalo, New York. He died 8 days later. On this date, September the 6th, 1927, the Harlem Globetrotters were created. That's what happened on this date, September the 6th, throughout all these years in our world's history. Also, I'd like to say hello to our good friend Alan Vogt out of Shiloh Valley Equipment. Great guy, great people in Shiloh, and everybody in Shiloh, thank you very much for your support, and thanks for listening. We've got a lot of things to do, but we've got a military group coming in here momentarily. But I got to say, and we'll get all this crap tomorrow. I'd go 2 hours, but I know I give me a headache in an hour. I know I'd give you people a headache in 2 hours. But we're going to talk about the airport tomorrow. Got so many calls. Go to the internet and get from the Washington Post. Not only is Mark Sweet Cakes Kern costing us a lot of money, millions and millions of dollars a year, and he's already costed us a half billion people in taxpayers' money, hardworking taxpayers' money. Now he's putting everybody's family, their safety in jeopardy. And that's what these no good son of a bitches do. They don't care. They want to look good political. They want to look good politically, and if it doesn't take any work, they want to be there. But if it takes work to make it work, they don't want to be anywhere around. They expect everybody to pay for their misdeeds. They expect everybody to pay for their mistakes. And we're tired of that debacle. But now, Kern, you're putting people's lives in jeopardy. That Allegiant airline, one of the worst safety records in the country. No wonder that's the only airline. That's the only airline that we'd let in, because that's the only airline that want to come to a debacled airport like Mid-America. Kern, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, putting the people not only in financial jeopardy, but in physical jeopardy and harm and maybe death from pushing people on those Allegiant planes that you know are the most unsafe planes, flying the deadly skies, not the friendly skies, Kern, the deadly skies of America. What an asswipe. Also, I got to say, Ron Dupert, and this is personal, people. You know, I lost my son last year, and these no good son of a bitches filed a complaint with the FCC because I didn't acknowledge my son's death in a timely fashion. Kern and Sprague did that, people. I never want to acknowledge my son's death, but I have to. But they filed a complaint because I didn't acknowledge his death in a timely fashion. You remember? And I'm a no good son of a bitch. But when Mark Ecker's mother died, I showed him the respect due him and his family. The personal respect, not the political respect. But these no good son of a bitches, they don't respect anybody. They don't respect life. They don't respect death unless it's their family, the elitist. But having said that, I lost my son. I don't want to ever address it again. But you, Ron Dupert, and I'm not for Barra-Civic. I don't like Barra-Civic either for what he's done. But I got to defend the no good son of a bitch. Barra-Civic never said that he's against the judges being tested. He said that he couldn't force the judge under the Constitution, an elected officer, to take a random drug test. And I understand that. Dupert's flipping the script. And this is no endorsement of Barra-Civic. This is just chastising a no-good rotten bastard. But you see the latest article in the paper. It talked about because of Barra-Civic, this gentleman, and I won't even mention his name, this judge died. It wasn't because of Barra-Civic. It was because of the choice that the judge made. It didn't hurt me. It didn't hurt you people out there. He was a great prosecutor. It hurt him. It hurt his family forever. But when Dupert is desperate enough that he's got to bring up a dead man Dupert that can't defend himself, a dead man whose family is still mourning the loss of a loved one. Ron Dupert, you piece of crap, and I'd like to say you piece of something else, but I won't. But Ron Dupert, how despicable of a man, well, you're not a man, how despicable of a lady you are. Leave that poor man and his family out of it, Dupert. You've taken it too far, Ron Dupert. Come after Barra-Civic. He's done enough wrong for the next 50 years. You don't need to pull in a family that's still in mourning, that'll be in mourning for the rest of their life, their poor children. You think about their children, you no good son of a bitch. You think about their children. You think about that judge's children and what they go through every day. Now, Duper, you don't have any children. And the way your social life's going and what you practice, I don't think you'll ever be capable of having children, if you know what I mean. And I think you do. But Dildo Dupert, what a piece of crap you are. And people think about it. Let's get past this nasty-ass election crap. I wish I thought I was a bad guy being a felon. I'm proud to be a felon. I'd rather be called a convicted felon than an elected politician. Because you know what you got with me. These son of a bitches are wolves in sheep clothing. They get elected, they promise you everything, and the only thing you get is screwed. You know that. It's been year after year after year. But Ron Dupert, what a despicable son of a bitch. And every time you mess with, and I didn't even know this guy. I didn't know this judge. I won't mention his name because it's going to hurt his family. I didn't even know this guy. They say he was a great prosecutor, he was a great family man, a great father, a great husband, a great son who made a mistake, Dupert. You better get down on your knees and pray that you don't make a mistake, Dupert. But I think if you get down on your knees, you're going to be doing something else, and it ain't going to be praying, if you know what I mean, and I think you do, you rotten bastard, you no good son of a bitch. Don't you ever come after a dead man and his family. You little pussy boy bastard. That man can't defend himself, and his family, they don't want to address it. Be your family, Duper, to be a different situation. See, it was my family, and I understand. And if it wasn't my family, I'm that decent. I'm not a good guy, but I'm a decent guy. I'd understand the hurt and the pain for that family of that judge. He hurt himself. He hurt his family. He didn't hurt you, Duper. And for you to intertwine him in your election, a dead man who can't defend himself, that's what kind of bitch boy you are, Ron Dupert. And if you got a problem, Dupert, give me a call. Toll free, 1-888-394-1430. And by the way, Congressman Bost, I see your signs all over with Dupert. Are you condoning this no good son of a bitch? Are you condoning what he's done in his life, in his social life? Are you condoning the way he's playing in politics? If you are, Congressman Bost, if you're helping facilitate that cause, then you're just as rotten as him. You're just as rotten, Congressman Bost, if you condone what this rotten bastard's doing. I think you're condoning what Doug Jamison, the head of the St. Clair County Republican organization, you people heard me, 2 DUIs, owed $100,000 in child support, and I love children and animals. We got to protect them. Domestic violence charges up in Sangamon County. They ran his ass down here. That's what you get with the Republican, not the proud Republican people, But the Republican organization, are you crazy? I'm glad you guys threw me out of the Republican organization. Because I'm bad enough, but I ain't that bad. I'm calling all you guys out. You guys, politicians, Democrats and Republicans, when you're wrong, you're wrong. And there's enough wrong to go on both sides. And don't think I won't come after you, because I don't give a damn. Do you hear me? I don't give a damn, you rotten bastard, sleazy, no-count, good-for-nothing, low-life politicians, both Democrat and Republican. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio at its finest, and it don't get any better, it gets worse. But we are always proud, very proud to be the Patriot. This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, very proud to be the Patriot. It is an honor and a privilege. I met this gentleman some time back, and we saw him in Millstadt. Dustin Rao. He's a veteran, Iraq veteran, 05 and 04 and 05. A great young man. And he's got a organization together called Songs for Soldiers. It was a great time last year in Columbia. We were there. And they're putting on another benefit concert on September the 10th. And if you guys can make it out, please do. It's a great cause. All their donations go towards helping local combat vets. And seriously, Dustin, it is an honor and a privilege to have you here. Thank you for your service, and thank you for all you do for our proud vets.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Dustin, now the Songs for Soldiers, a benefit concert. Tell us a little bit about that coming up on the 10th.
Okay, yeah, this started 3 years ago. I'm a musician as well, and my band started doing little fundraisers once a year at a little bar in Columbia called Tiny's, and that grew pretty quickly. So 3 years ago, we decided to start a show called Songs for Soldiers, and the original idea was to give all the money to a veteran organization that would help combat veterans. When I was doing some research and homework on that, I wasn't too thrilled about some of the overhead costs and administrative costs that I saw what some of these organizations had going on. So I started my own 501c3, and the original intent, Bob, was to help 4 combat veterans a year. But with the interest that we've gained with this and the amount of people that have come to the show and the money raised, we have helped over 100 combat veterans now, spending $150,000. And the one thing that sets us apart from another charity, and this is our bottom line, and it'll stay like this until I'm dead and gone, but 100% of our donations. So if you give $100, if you give $50, goes to the cause.
No administrative costs like a lot of these organizations.
We're all volunteer. We do this on the side, work late at night, because we believe in this, and it's working, and people are really getting help. But we are truly, we will always be that 100% donation-based.
How can, Dustin, if people like to donate to such a great cause, how can they go about maybe donating to help the people that have helped us live a great life?
Sure. I mean, they could call me personally. They could go to our website at songsforsoldiersstl.org. That's SONGS, the number 4, SOLDIERSSTL.org. There's a donate button on there. You can go PayPal. You can mail us a check. But you have my word and my committee's word that 100% of your money will go to helping local combat veterans. And we have a lot of them around here, Bob. Scott Air Force Base, Fort Leonard Wood.
I agree. Dustin, we've got here from 2 to 11 going to be a lot of music going on this Saturday, September the 10th, right?
Yes, sir.
What are some of the bands that are going to be playing?
We got the best bands in St. Louis, Bob. We got Cluster Pluck. They're a really great bluegrass band. We got the Dave Glover Band. They're coming over, and they're doing an entire hour of Beatles music. We have Petty Cash Junction. They do Johnny Cash and Tom Petty mashed together. We have Joe Dirt and the Dirty Boys. They were just at Millstad Saturday night.
Great band.
Great band.
Yeah.
My band, Where's Charlie, plays, and then another fantastic band, Super Jam, will close out the night. And then we got a really great local 4-digit chord. They're coming and singing the national anthem, and we've got some fireworks. Man, it's a celebration,
That's
dude.
this Saturday at, what's the name of the park? I can't pronounce it.
It's us Germans over there in Columbia, man.
Okay, what is it?
Bohm Schuhkraft.
Yeah, I would have screwed that up. Bohm Schuhkraft City Park in Columbia. Great town of Columbia.
One other thing, Bob.
Yeah.
We have 2 huge LED walls that hang on each side of the stage. And if you have a family member or friend, past or present of the military, and you want to shoot us his picture, we show all of our supporters family members that are serving or had served on the screen. So you can also contact us through the website to get us that photo.
Dustin Rao, what a great hero you are. We want to salute you. It's coming up, Songs for Soldiers benefit concert this Saturday from 2 to 11 p.m. in what's the name of the park again?
Bohm Schuhkraft.
Bohm Schuhkraft City Park in Columbia. I guess there'll be food out there and beverages. And
Yep. We have great local support. All the local restaurants in Columbia set up for food, and they'll be selling drinks as well. We partner with Grey Eagle here in Belleville and have some cool Budweisers waiting. It'll be a good time. Oh, and it's kid-friendly, man. We have a super cheap kid zone with bounce houses. Veterans get in free. Kids under 12 get in free. This is much. We like to just celebrate veterans in general at this too.
Right.
It's a lot of people have lost people, and this is a celebration, man.
Celebration, yes, sir. It's the 4th annual Songs for Soldiers benefit concert coming up this Saturday, September the 10th, from 2 to 11 p.m. A lot of great food, a lot of great camaraderie, and it's for a great cause. Songs for Soldiers, STL.org if you guys want to. Dustin, why don't you give your phone number out in case somebody'd like to contact you?
Yeah, sure. I'll even give my cell, 618-779-8511. I will answer and be happy to talk to you about anything you may have any questions on.
Dustin Rowe, we appreciate all you've done for service to our country and all you're doing for service for our vets. Thank you very much.
Bob.
You're very welcome. Hey, we got about 1 minute left. Ed Cockrell just walked in, and I know Ed had a great time in Millstad. And Ed, I know you'd like to thank the people of Millstad because you got a great reception out there.
Well, I want to thank Justin, first of all, for his service to our country and the service to the veterans as well. I reiterate that. Thank you, Justin, for all you do. And it's not easy, but thank you for doing that. And appreciate you guys doing it as volunteers, so there's no administrative costs when we hear about all these charities doing that. Anyway, yeah, it was great in Millstad. Saturday and Sunday were both great, as well as East St. Louis yesterday.
Yeah,
the
great time yesterday.
Back to school parade and get together there at Jones Park. Bob, it's scary good out there, but I think people are tired and fed up with the status quo, and they're looking for a change. And the Freedom Coalition, myself, Roger Cook, yourself, the Riocos, everybody, Gary Cornwell, we're all out there working hard.
Well,
going to make it happen.
Hey, we're going to make it happen. We're going to make it happen for the people. Mr. Ed Cockrell, thank you very much. Dustin Rao, thank you so much for your service and all you're doing for our proud veterans. We got to go. People, just remember, and when the son of a bitch tells me, and you've heard me before, that I take patriotism too far, here's what I got to tell you. After I tell you to kiss my white, hairy, wrinkled ass, I've got to tell you that there's 2 things you cannot love enough: your country and your family. And your country is your family. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio. And you've been listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. We're running out of time, so all I'll say is, you know what we have to do, people? We have to work hard. People, we have to work hard to make this country and keep this country great. Together, we can do it. Do not let these ass-white politicians divide and conquer. Together, we can get back on the right track, get back on the right course, and make this country great. Be proud to be an American. Be proud that we live in the greatest country on this earth. Be proud that we can unite continue to expose, and to stay and remain proud, you know what we have to do? We have to destroy these son of a bitches that are in our way. We call them the politicians. So let's destroy them once and for all. Politically, of course, right here on the dark side.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time. And I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats. And they're coming to take me away.